Okay, so today we are on this section. Humans are a mass of blind passions till death. Shinran vividly conveyed the unending ferocity of the incurable disease of the blind passions, stating that these passions remain until we die. Human beings are overflowing with blind passions. We are full of desire, our minds cauldrons of anger and envy. Until the very moment of our death, this state never ends, never vanishes, never ceases. People in all times and places suffer the affliction of blind passions for their entire lives. Worried and anguished, we pile up sins in torment. Then must we suffer all our lives without a chance for happiness? No. Shinran taught that our suffering consists of the root and the leaves and branches or ramifications. As long as the root of suffering is not destroyed, the leaves and branches continue to torture us. When the root is destroyed, ramifications cease to be a problem. Shinran taught that the blind passions correspond to leaves and branches. They are not the root of our suffering. Then what is the root of suffering? It is the other intractable disease that afflicts us, the one that can be cured in this lifetime, which is the darkness of mind. That will cover another session. Okay, so today we are here. Yeah, humans are a mass of blind passions till death. The best analogy I heard about this is like, just like a snowman is made of snow. If you remove the snow, there's no snowman left. Yeah, right now it's snowing so hard in Japan. I got some pictures. I was like, wow, a lot of snow. So that's how little kids or adults, they make the snowman. But without the snow, there is no snowman. Just like that, without these blind passions, which means our desires or anger and envy or resentment, there's no human being. Just imagine without desires, we wouldn't be eating breakfast today. And we wouldn't take a shower and make ourselves look presentable because, we wouldn't care about what other people think of us. And we wouldn't go to work to earn money, and we wouldn't sleep. So yeah, that's what it means, not having blind passions. But we are, in Pure Land Buddhism teaches that we are overflowing actually with blind passions, full of desire, our minds cauldrons of anger and envy. And until the very moment of our death, this state never ends, never vanishes, never ceases. This took me many years to fully understand. But the beautiful part of it is that we kind of stop resisting those passions. Of course, we do create, it says, sins or bad karma because of our blind passions. Like, when we eat chicken or beef, we create the sin of killing. In Buddhism, all lives are taught to be equal. So when we take their lives, that's bad karma. We have to suffer. When we create bad karma, we get the bad effects, the bad consequences, and we suffer. So yeah, so there is no doubt in the law of cause and effect. It's just working like clockwork. It's unerringly operating this law of cause and effect. So that's that. However, for example, I was getting just tired of eating 3 times a day. When I first told my Buddhist teacher 20 some years ago, she was like, well, why don't you eat once a day or twice a day? You know how we get tired, especially if you don't eat out. You make your own meals, morning, noon, evening. It's constantly. My heart goes out to all the housewives there. or house husbands who spend so much time in the kitchen. It's very tiring, actually. Yeah. So, not understanding how I was made of these blind passions, I would just get frustrated or I wish them go away, but they don't go away. And through listening to the Dharma, like we are listening now, little by little, this truth came home to me. And instead of being frustrated or tired that I had to eat 3 times a day, yeah, I can reduce how much I eat every day. That's one solution. And then another solution is, gratitude. Uh, I have food to eat, or my body is able to eat. I was talking to an elderly man the other day. He couldn't keep any food down. He was sick and he couldn't eat. He's losing weight. So we take it for granted that, we can eat food all the time and enjoy the pleasure of eating, but everything is subject to impermanence. And yeah, so we constantly have these afflictions of blind passions for our entire lives. However, does that mean so we are born to suffer? We suffer all our lives without a chance for happiness? And Shivan says no, because these sufferings are of 2 levels. One is the root cause of suffering, one are the leaves and branches. And the good news is that those blind passions are actually the leaves and branches that we are busy with every day, trying to curb our desires, or people watch YouTube videos. Okay, how can I not get angry so much every day? Those are leaves and branches. No matter how much effort we put in, if we only deal with the leaves and branches, we don't become free of suffering, because the root is still alive and feeding or directing, channeling all the nutrients to leaves and branches. So we can say that the purpose of listening to Buddhism in a simple way is the more you listen, the more you can see the difference between the root and leaves and branches of suffering. This is actually very hard to distinguish. So it takes time. That's why listening to the Dharma is of utmost importance. And also this recitation meditation, because everything we recited is actually the summary of 7,000 sutras that Buddha has been teaching us. Yeah, so we will learn more about what is this root of suffering and how does it get destroyed, and then we can have happiness that holds us fast, never to abandon us once the suffering is uprooted. So good job, everyone, for being here, practicing together. We have a meetup for new people, 7 a.m., and then another one, 9 a.m., and then meetup or Zoom for advanced members, 10:30 a.m. And yeah, have a good Sunday. Bye.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you.